I'm Gill, and this is your UT10 News Sports Report. The Rockets volleyball team had a tough weekend against the Western Michigan Broncos, but first, it is always great to see former University of Toledo students doing well. Today, Yana Kabina can look back on her time as a student athlete and realize it was 100% worth the run.
Whether it's her smile that brightens the day or her ability when it comes to track and field, many at the University of Toledo remember the dazzling individual that is Yana Kabina. The former Rocket traveled nearly 5,000 miles from her hometown of Kiev, Ukraine, to the University of Toledo to take on a challenge that surely had ups and downs. But in the end, she decided to run towards the unique opportunity.
Yana was able to pursue a great education through track and field. This has allowed her to get a running start on some of her biggest goals, an experience she wouldn't trade for the world.
There was many ups and downs, but overall, I would not want to go through college without doing sports. Yeah, develop discipline, develop my personality. If I would have a chance to go back, I would still do it again.
Since receiving her master's in applied business, Yana recently became a member of the Owens, Illinois Financial Leadership Program. This now allows her to work in a field she loves while also pursuing some of her biggest goals for the future.
It really gave me an opportunity to put my career in the future on much higher level.
As for what's next, Yana hopes to one day start her own business with the hopes of continuing to work in corporate finances. I'm Jamal McKinney from UT10 News.
Rockets volleyball team started off strong in each of their two matches, but how they finished were different stories. It was a night the Rockets may have thought they could get out in 3 sets, but the Western Michigan Broncos had other ideas in mind. Western was close in the first 2 sets, but Toledo was able to squeeze by with scores of 26-24 in the first set and 25-22 in the second. By the time the third set came around, Toledo had gotten an early 8-2 lead, and all they had to do was not blow it. The Broncos would then go on an 11-1 run, and near the end of the set, there was a lot of back and forth before the Broncos would outlast the Rockets, winning the set 25-22. Broncos would use the momentum from the previous set to get out to a 16-5 lead that Toledo was never able to come back from. This allowed the Broncos to win the set 25-18. It all came down in the 5th set. The Rockets just didn't have any answers for the Broncos. Maggie King's 5 kills helped lead the way for the Broncos to come back from being down 2 sets to winning the match, ending the Rockets' 5-match winning streak. Sophomore Taylor Alt was able to get a season-high 26 kills for the Rockets, but was still not enough to win the match. The night before for Toledo had left a bit of a bad taste in the mouth of the Rockets, and they did not want to lose back-to-back matches. Toledo again was able to get hold of the first 2 sets, winning the first set 25-21 and the second set 25-17. In a bit of deja vu, the Broncos were able to avoid getting swept in 3 sets and won the third set 25-22. The fourth set was beginning to feel eerily similar to the match from the night before. Western was able to get a 21-17 lead before Toledo began clawing back. Toledo would then go on to score the next 8 points and win the set 25-21, which allowed them to avoid going to a 5th set for a second straight night by winning the match in the 4th set. Taylor Alt once again led the way with 21 kills on the night for the Rockets, followed up by junior Senia Alave, who had 15 kills and 15 digs, giving Alave her 5th double-double of the year. The volleyball team will be on the road at Northern Illinois this upcoming weekend to take on the Huskies, but the football team will be back home this Saturday to play the Western Michigan Broncos. The University of Toledo has lost one of its own. Rockets alumni Sarah Tumfung lost her battle with cancer earlier this week. The Toledo Athletic Department released a statement that says, in part, "We mourn the passing of former women's golfer Sarah Lang Tumfung. We extend our deepest condolences to Sarah's family, friends, teammates, and coaches. You will forever be in our hearts." She was also a Department of Communication student. Former professors in the department and the golf team expressed how much she will be missed.